This non-alignment which we are talking about today does not involve choosing between the US-led world capitalist system, if you will, and the Soviet-led claims of a socialist system. Today we don't have that. Pretty much the whole world is capitalist, although there are varieties of capitalism which we find in the world. What we find instead is a need for non-alignment precisely because since the end of the First Cold War, over 3 decades ago, we have seen first what we thought was a unipolar world, but increasingly challenges to that unipolar world, and those challenges they're not necessarily very coherent. They're not necessarily share the same views of what the economic system should be and political system should be, but they are all been antagonized by the dominant power. And so what has happened is there is a new, what some people call a new Cold War emerging. But what we need in the world today is a strong imperative for peace. There is no imperative for peace because the prospect of war is very dangerous, especially when the greatest antagonists in the world today have nuclear weapons. This is a very dangerous problem. And this is why, for me, especially speaking in Austria, is especially important because Austria remains the only neutral country left in Europe. You know, what does it mean to be neutral and to be pacifist in the 21st century, especially in the third decade of the 21st century? This is a very major challenge. So this non-alignment is really an imperative of the times of a non-systemic antagonism between the so-called East and the so-called West, but rather a challenge because of an inability to accept difference, an inability to recognize that diversity is very important for the sustenance and sustainability of human life. And this is basically what we find in the world today.